Well, welcome to another conversation around breakthrough conversations with Coach Pete, and I'm Gloria Liebecker. So I'm going to toss this one to you, Coach Pete, for you to step us into the ring. What are we going to talk about today?
Well, the phrase, the question, why not me, came up in our conversation leading up to this podcast today. And I think that's an interesting place to start. Interesting question to ask. Why not me? Why not me? Why not me for almost anything? Not that I'm an expert in everything. I'm an expert, quote unquote, in a lot of things, or I know a lot of things. But why not me is a great question to ask. Why not me? Now, if I'm asked something about, oh, let's say something technical, I often raise my hand and say, oh, that's not me. I'm not a technical person. But why not me for that question? Meaning, I might be able to provide some information to people or some referrals to people who know more about a given topic like technology than I do. But I'm still the person to ask because I don't mind admitting when I don't know everything about something, and I'll find someone for you if I can to refer you to. So why not me? Why not start with me on almost anything? And I think if we took that on a little bit, because it counters, am I enough that we talked about a few weeks ago, or I am enough. It's a way of being enough almost all the time, or actually all the time. Why not me? Does
Yeah,
that make
yeah.
any sense?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Another take I have on it that actually comes up for me in my life. And it was really a big part of my life for quite a lot of my life. And it still continues to pop up because it's a fundamental belief that I absorbed when I was really little. But the why me? And there's different connotations on how that might, like, well, why me? That could be even trying to avoid something. Why me? Why do I got to do it? Or it could be, why me? Like surprised, astonished that you'd ask me. Or even people. I had this happen earlier today where a friend, I said something like, wow, I'm so inspired by you, you know? And they're like, why? Which is another way of saying, like, why me? Where we can't even see how we inspire others because why? Because of most likely a fundamental belief we have about ourselves that's not true. And for me, when I can say, well, why not me? It's like me kind of opening up a new portal to life that was always there for me, but I just couldn't see it because of my own limiting beliefs. And when I can begin to recognize that I'm saying, why me? I can even challenge myself to say, well, why not you? Are you willing? Because it really does, in my experience, require that I invoke my will and I choose to take an action in service of life anyway, even though I have this pattern of doubt or whatever the pattern is running in the background. And that reclaims my power and that empowers me then to take that step towards what I really do love in life. And then I grow confidence, because that's another thing I've had people say, well, how do you grow confidence? Well, why not you be confident? How do you do it? You choose to take an action that's in service of that. And so why not you? And just to see what kind of ripples that can create in life is astonishing. So not only would I not say I'm an expert in so many things, I am an expert of my own life though. And I
I
can speak
hear that
from
last thing you said. You're an expert in what?
my own life.
Absolutely.
And so when I'm willing to speak up from there authentically, that's always a contribution. It always is. Yeah.
Right. And if it's important to you, to one, and I know it is to you, and I know it is to me, to connect with people
Mhm.
and to be there for people and to be a person that people can ask anything, talk about anything. It doesn't make me an expert in everything, but it makes me want to be that person that people come to bring up anything. And if I don't know something for sure, I can certainly guide them to someone I may know who knows more about it than me. So in that way, why not me? Why not me for anything, for any question? And I'll be authentic, one of your favorite words and my favorite words, and say, okay, I'm not an expert here or there, but I'll be happy to recommend somebody to you, so guide you to someone who is an expert. And that's a nice way to have the world go around, don't you think?
I do. And I also believe that, or in my experience, let me reframe that. It's not a belief, as it is an experience, that when I have had people that I have turned to, including you, when I'm redirected back to my own heart, I discover so much wealth there about what are my next steps, where might I turn. And yes, it's so important to have those relationships of trust with people that they can say, well, you might want to check out this person because they really have, they're an expert in this field, or whatever the reason is that you are connecting the dots for that person to connect with that person, for the relationship that can grow out of that. And the most important relationship that either one of us have ever promoted for our clients is the relationship with themselves, with their own heart, their own spirit.
Totally, absolutely true. All of what you just said is very true, and really hits home with me. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's awesome. So why not me? Why not you? Why not?
it creates a we. Yeah.
Why not me creates a we? Oh, that's lovely. Good stuff. Thank you, Gloria.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Pete. I always just really love our conversations with each other. They make new breakthroughs. Every time we talk, there is a new breakthrough that I receive. So thank you so much.
That's exciting.